YouTubers out there, and thank you all of you overloaders for joining us in for another video. Uh, this is Reality Overload, and I am Jonathan, and I'm joined here with Bobby from Snoopers Corner.
Hey, what's up, guys? Bobby here from Snoopers Corner. We got a lot to get through. Please subscribe, hit the like button, let it just, yeah.
All right, man. So yeah, so if you guys like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe, and make sure you hit the bell button to get all the notifications for when we post new videos. So do you have any updates on some TV news? I know you have
Well, there's a
found some
little
new
bit
news out
going
there.
on. Yeah, there's a little bit for you horror genre fans out there. There's a certain little TV show that's being shot right now out in Vancouver. The little guy we know is called Chucky, if anybody's familiar with him. He's having his own TV show, but he's getting put on 2 networks, and they're guaranteeing that they're not going to change him or censor him in any way.
Very nice. Very nice.
And the first episode could be dropped probably by Halloween.
Very nice. That you know, actually, that would be the perfect time to drop it. Is during Halloween for the new Chucky series.
That's what I'm saying, but I'm gonna have to do a little bit more and listen a little bit more. But the way it sounds amazing.
Oh
So,
yeah. Okay. Well, very good. Yeah, I mean, you take care of all the horror movie and TV series news, because yeah, that's not really my particular cup of tea of genre. I mean, I'll still enjoy watching it from time to time, but typically the horror is not really the genre that I prefer. So that said, though, anyone who does like horror, hey, props for you. We'll still have updates from Snoopers Corner on that, and we'll give those to you. And though we're here for the breakdown for the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and so I say we go into that. It's the 3rd episode out of 6, and I have to say, like you said earlier today when we were talking, this has been one of the best episodes so far.
one of the best. The storyline, the plot,
Yeah.
the finish, the lead up to the next episode, everything fit.
Yeah.
They didn't waste time moving on to anything. They got to it all. Boom, 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 and it was done.
Yeah, they did. They did. And I have to say, how they started it up too. We see the GRC, and I guess they're the global what is it? Like
I know who
compensational type of. Basically, they're there to help people who have been blipped out and have been built back in.
Yeah. The commercial, yeah. That's
Yeah.
why the Smashers are so mad. The Flag Smashers are so mad because they're like, we had to live through the blimp. Okay, we were here struggling, but these guys, they were gone for 5 years, but yet you're willing to help them, give them money, give them free housing, give them aid, but you're not going to help us. Make us work for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I kind of see where the Flag Smashers are coming from, but I also kind of see, you got to help these people readapt to life. They've been gone 5 years. Life's changed.
Yeah, it just except though they've stayed the same. They haven't changed at all. And so, I mean, I can understand why they had the GRC there, but as we find out though later on, they actually probably aren't that good of an organization.
Yeah.
because it turns
Yeah.
out they're storing a bunch of food and equipment that could be useful, and they're not distributing it.
Oh,
So
dude, they stink all over the place. Yeah, yeah. Something smells in that camp, and I don't like the way it smells.
well, I mean, the problem is it's basically politics right there. Like, it is still an organization trying to make money, or it could be a nonprofit, but
Yeah.
either way, I mean, people get a little greedy at times, and I think that's what we're going to see is the GRC is acting a little greedy and is acting, to take care of you know, their own uh take care
Their
of
own people.
themselves. Yeah, their
Yeah,
own
their own
people.
people. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah. But so the commercial, yeah, it let you know what was going on. The way it actually let you know how the flag smashers feel.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing what they're doing. So that really helped. But it, I felt like they were trying to throw it to WandaVision a little bit, throwing a commercial in there.
Yeah, how they started up with it.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
did.
It's been a while.
I have to say, when I first saw that come up, I thought it was a little weird. Like, at first, I thought, wait, there's a commercial in this. Like, we're going back to WandaVision here. Um, it- but then I understand what they're doing is, they're showing this company, which is going to be, shown at the end, with the flag smashers dealing with them in a certain way. So, um, I, I can see why they went ahead and they put that in there like that. But we see though the fake cap, as I like to call him, the faux cap. Um,
Breaking under the stress.
yeah, that's what it looked like. Plus, he got spat on, and that seemed
Uh-huh.
to change him. Like, we might start seeing his dark side pretty soon. Um,
Either that. Well, we'll get into that later on as we get into that because there's a little bit more to what I think's gonna happen to him.
oh, okay, all right. Oh, well, okay. Now, see, now you got me interested. Now I kind of want to hear what you got to say. But let's move on so that we can eventually get to that. Then, huh?
Yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah,
so at this point within the series, I mean, it's already, picking up with the action. I mean, this series so far has been action packed pretty much
yeah.
throughout. It seems
Non-stop.
like, yeah. Um, which, I mean, it makes it feel like a Marvel movie almost, but
Hmm.
shortened down. And so we're, at the end, this will be basically one Marvel length movie.
Hmm.
Um, uh, by the actually a couple of them, if you think about it, because the runtime that it will be, because there's 6 episodes, each episode is almost an hour long, so that's almost 6 hours right there. But after all the credits and everything like that,
That's
it's
both of their
roughly about,
movies combined.
yeah, it's basically like a Winter Soldier and a Falcon movie combined
Movie
together.
combined.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and of course we got Sharon Carter, which we find out later on in the movie that comes in the show that comes in. So that's tying in a whole
Oh
new element
man,
within it.
she was pissed.
Oh yeah.
That woman was pissed. That little girl was pissed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well,
That little girl was pissed.
you can't really call her a little girl though. She's not
Well,
really.
I'm sorry. Speaking from a Captain Marvel's eyes, Cap's pretty old. When you're 100 and something years old, you can call anybody you want a little girl, a little boy.
Well, yeah, that's for the Cap, not for you though.
Oh yeah, yeah, but no, no, no. She was pissed. I don't really know if she knew about what Cap did,
Yeah.
why
Um.
he's gone.
Well, I no, I think she probably knows a little bit, but I
Yeah, but
mean,
because he did kiss her. Remember that. They
yeah,
did have a thing.
yeah, they did at one point. But I,
Uh,
I think she probably
because
still knows a
okay,
little
because
though.
if she's still in existence, wouldn't that make Cap her dad?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, no, no,
Because,
no, no, no. Cap
because
is
no,
her grandfather.
what? Oh, okay.
The
Yeah,
Cap
because
is her
Peggy's her
grandfather.
grandma. Yeah, Peggy's her grandmother. Okay, yeah.
Let's go with that view there. All right. Sorry everyone. Still, getting used to all this and working out a bit of the kinks. So uh I mean now we see them go and try and break out Zemo, and for
You know what?
Zemo actually breaks I mean not Zemo, Bucky actually breaks Zemo out, but did you notice so Zemo tried to reactivate Bucky?
So many activating words. He tried to use so many
Mm-hmm.
activation words. He tried to throw them in there every chance he got. Every time he was close to Bucky, he would throw out an activation word to make him activate.
Yeah.
And it didn't work. It did. I was happy to see it not work. I was
Mm-hmm.
afraid. Like I was like, oh, I'm afraid. Because if one of those does activate him, he's gonna turn.
Yep.
And when he kept calling him out and it didn't work, and I was like, that's better. I was like, yeah, that's much better. I was like, okay, I was like, his time in Wakanda paid off because they fixed him.
Yeah. Yeah.
They turned that off. They got
Yeah.
rid of it.
Zemo basically states that he'll go ahead and help out Bucky and Sam, but they have to break him out. And obviously I'm thinking, okay, obviously he's got something planned. He may not actually help him at all, but we do find out that he does actually help him a little. And so Bucky does break him out, and he does help him so far to a certain point, and gets him
To find
into
out to find out
where the super soldier serum is
where
coming
it's
from.
coming from.
Hmm.
And he leads him to a scientist, which is one of only two that I know of right now that they've introduced that know the serum. The first
Yeah.
one was in the first one was in Captain America, which was the original designer for it. He's the original one. And then there was one more that did it, made it, but they kept him hidden for so long. And then the snap happened, and he disappeared for 5 years. So the
Yeah.
research was called off. So when the research was called off, and then he was re-blimped back in, the experiment started again, and that's where you got the flag smashers,
Yeah.
because those were experiments. Those were people who were taking the injections.
Yeah, but we find out though they don't need all the machine and equipment that they needed to make the Cap and Red Skull,
No,
and the previous
no.
super soldiers.
Because at the time back then they didn't have the technology we have now.
Yeah, so well, it's not just that, the formula too. So the formula has been improved too, so that way you can take it in just an injection and not
Hurt
having all that
yourself.
equipment and everything.
Well,
Uh,
they show you that in I think they do it in one of the Hulk movies with Edward Norton. They do it in that Hulk one where they make this when they try to do a super soldier in that one.
well, yeah, I mean that's basically how the Hulk came around, was from trying to make another super soldier serum, and he was hit with the gamma rays, which turned him into the Hulk. But I mean, so to get back though on track, um, Zemo takes them to the power broker, and they have to stay in character as being
Who they
uh,
were.
these really bad guys. Well, and so Sam is the smiling tiger,
Mhm.
and of course Bucky's the Winter Soldier, and so Zemo treats him as though he's activating him, kind of thing. And Bucky plays along a little too well in my book. Like
Well, I think he liked it.
he
I think
he
he kind of liked
he,
it a little bit.
he played that part a little too well, getting back into the Winter Soldier to the point where it could have been quite convincing if anyone saw that
Uh,
did not know the
did
plan.
you see Sam's face when he did
Hmm.
that? Sam was like,
Well, he also
mm,
had to drink that shot with the I think that was the venom
from the
sac
snake. Yeah, from the
from the
snake.
snake. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see like he's trying to force it down, like he's like, no, 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 okay, and he keeps his mouth closed and he's just like forcing it down to make sure. Yeah, I thought that was funny though.
That was funny.
He was trying
That
to do whatever
was.
he could to stay in the character. But the power broker though is killed. You know, after they find out from her that that
Yeah, because Zemo decided to kill him, which he didn't have to.
no, no, I'm talking about the power broker, the female.
Oh, oh, okay.
When they're talking to her still at that club before she's killed, she lets them know, and the reason why she was willing to help is because Zemo said that he'll give her the Winter Soldier with all the activation codes, which don't work right now. As far as we know, none of them work. And but we find out that the super serum, soldier serum, is in Midpore, and
Hmm.
and it's being made by this one doctor,
Yeah,
Dr. Wilfred.
yeah.
And right when they find out about that, Sam's sister calls, and he did not turn off his phone, which he should have done. I mean, come
Hmm.
on. But his sister calls at the worst possible time, and he's forced to answer the phone on speaker, and he tries to play it off, but then his sister said, "Okay, I have to go. I'll talk to you later, Sam." And they're like, "Sam who?" And of course, things start to erupt, and the power broker gets shot through the window right before she tells him to kill him. And now did Sharon Carter, did she shoot her or not? That's what I wasn't 100% certain, but she did have a rifle, and she was covering Sam and Bucky when they were
She could have.
fleeing, because now there is a bounty on their head
Yeah, no, no.
for what
I
they
think
did to the power broker.
I do think she's the one who took out the power broker. I think
That's what I think too.
she saw it through the site.
Mm-hmm.
She was across the street on a building across the street, and she saw it on the site, and she saw the phone ring, and then she saw the broker's reaction to it, and she was like, "Oh, they need to get out of there already,"
Yeah.
and she pulled the trigger.
Now here's an interesting thing, because I'll do the closed captioning on my when I'm viewing it, and I actually happen to have it on this part where Sharon Carter is talking to him, and she says, "I stole Steven's shield, remember?" Well, she only says it once, but on the CC, on the closed captioning, they put it on there three
Hmm.
times. So it goes up
Hmm.
there three times, one right after the other, on the same screen, but she only says it once. So why have it up there three times when she only says it once? Now, did they purposely do that to hint to something,
Maybe,
or
maybe.
was it just a malfunction and it just happened to take place? But I did find that quite interesting. I made sure to take a note of that because why is it like that?
She stole Cap's shield 3 times.
No, 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 she didn't though. But it says I stole Steven's shield, remember? And it had it on there 3 times. So it had it on there and then right below it again, and then right below it a third time.
She must have taken the shield though when she was younger from
But
him.
no, 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 no. She only said it once, but on the
Yeah,
closed captioning for people
it said it 3 times.
who can't
It said
hear,
it 3
it
times.
says it
Yeah,
three
it said it
times, but
3
she
times.
only says it once. So there's no reason to have it up there 3 times because then
I
otherwise
don't know.
people who are hard of hearing, okay, they're gonna think that she said that 3 times when she only said it once.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's a little confusing to me. Like, did they purposely do that, or was that an accident?
Oh yeah.
But I
No, it
did
could have
find
been
it
an
quite
accident.
interesting. I did find
It
it
could have
quite
been an
interesting
accident.
though. And
No, I'm just.
Marvel has a tend to sneak little things
Mm-hmm,
in the oddest
mm-hmm,
places,
mm-hmm,
in the oddest ways. So
mm-hmm.
you know, but again, everyone though, if you're liking this video, please smash that like button and please subscribe and hit the bell notification icon for all so you get all of my updates and all my videos when I post them. So we find out that Sharon, while she is on the run, she actually has quite a bit of money and she's working abroad. And she has a lot of fine artwork that's supposed to be in museums. And as far as people know, the ones in the museums are legit, but they're not. She has the legit ones.
She's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's
So
good. She might be Carmen San Diego.
the new Carmen San Diego. There we go. But I really did though like seeing Sharon Carter working with the team again.
Yeah,
And,
no,
and
no, no, no. It was nice to see her.
and man, she could kick some butt too, which
Oh
we
yeah,
eventually
oh
see.
yeah.
But I thought this was quite interesting. Now tell me if you thought of this, because when I first saw it, this is the first thought that came into my head, right? So the cargo containers, when they go for the cargo containers and they go
Mm-hmm.
and they open it up, it's just one cargo container. But as you open it and you go in, you hit this little false wall and it becomes bigger on the inside, like a TARDIS. I was like, oh, did they get the doctor's TARDIS in here?
Yeah, it did kind of feel like that. It did feel like that.
It
It
was
felt
bigger
like it
on
was.
the inside than on
Yeah,
the
it was
outside.
huge.
Mm-hmm.
That thing was huge. I
It
was like,
was.
oh, okay.
I was like, oh, hey, we got the TARDIS. And then, well, they're taking their time talking with the doctor, trying to figure things out, what's going on. They the bounty, was released out on them, and so they got all these people coming after them. And so Sharon has to try and hold them off long enough for the guys to get done with the doctor.
Uh-huh.
And so we see her kicking some major butt. Like she can really handle herself quite
Oh yeah.
nicely.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I would like to see her as a bigger part, maybe even
Maybe.
becoming like a
Maybe.
superhero herself. I think there's a
Maybe.
good possibility of us seeing that, them expanding that character a little more.
Maybe, or maybe they'll bring her into Sword.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, actually, I would not mind seeing her working in Sword, and doing some good work there.
Yeah.
And then Zemo, of course, he sneaks a gun.
Oh yeah.
Out of this desk when they're talking to the doctor, and so of course, after the doctor, doesn't really have too much information for him, he shoots and kills the doctor, and of course
Uh-huh.
Bucky and Sam try and get the gun from him, but they then get hit by a RPG. It looked like.
Mm-hmm.
And they got thrown around, and Zemo, got away free. So we thought he was taken off, but he goes and he dons on his mask, and I have to say, dude, I love seeing him wearing
He
that
looked
purple
awesome.
mask. Oh, dude, it looks
He looked
so
amazing. He looked
amazing.
amazing. Yes, he did.
It
I was
did. It
happy to
really
see
did.
him put on his mask.
Mm-hmm. And so we see him going and taking out with one shot he blew up those gas those gas
Mm-hmm.
pipes, um and then
Mm-hmm.
he puts the gun away, he jumps down and just starts taking everyone out around there. And so they start trying to clear a path to get out. And um and of course, they cut over and we see the cap, and they're trying to see Zemo in prison, but he's already broken out. And and so his assistant is trying to tell him, hey, maybe they're trying to do the same thing and find out about the super soldier serum and take care of it. But we see though the fake cap, like it looks like we're gonna start seeing him going full on dark side
Mm.
pretty soon. I really
Uh,
do.
I,
The look in his
I,
eyes there, like
yeah.
I
Well,
I'm willing to do whatever it takes, kind of thing, even if that means killing
well,
innocent lives.
not only that now, but I really think now, since he knows Bucky and Sam are going after the people who are making the super soldier serum, and there's more out there, I have a funny feeling he's gonna go try to find him a vial of it.
Hmm. And on top of that, it seems like Bucky is not telling everything to Sam. It almost seems like he's holding back. Um, at the end there, I'm kind of thinking he's holding back a little
He's
bit.
not. He's not telling. He hasn't opened fully up about when he was under.
Well, no, because he saw those little beads,
Uh huh.
and he tells Sam, okay, yeah, I'll be in a minute. And the whole thing is, though, he didn't tell him that he's noticing these things, and so we see him, he's following it, and of course, who do we see?
A Wakanda soldier.
Not just that, but it was she was forgetting her name now. It's on the top of my tongue. I knew I should have written it down. But she
Yeah, I know. It's one of those. I can't pronounce her name. That's
yeah,
why
she
I don't even
she
try.
yeah, I know. But she was basically like the I think like the general kind of thing for
Mm-hmm.
Black Panther. She was the main fighter, his main personal guard or stuff like that. But she
Mm-hmm.
she, she, she
Mm-hmm.
was she was his head commander kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but and that's it though for the series until next week when we get a new episode. Um,
Yep.
which will be really great to see. um so far the episodes have been fantastic, and this one
Oh
has
yeah.
been even better than the first two, and
Oh
there's
yeah.
only three more left, so it can only get better, I think.
Oh
um
yeah.
but in space related news though, since this is the end of our breakdown now. Um, so SN 15 is in the high bay being worked on, getting ready to be put down onto the suborbital pad. Um, and and it has actually 100 different new updates for technology, equipment, software, um, according to Elon Musk. So they scrapped 12, 13, and 14, and they're right up onto 15 now with all the newest updates. So this will be the next one that will fly, and hopefully this one they'll be able to actually launch it, land it, and recover it fully, but without it blowing up. But we'll see. Which will be great to see. And then also BN2 is being worked on right now, which is booster number 2. And that one, Elon tweeted that he hopes to have it onto the launch pad, the suborbital pad, um, by end of April.
Mm.
And then hopefully it will be flying within a couple months after that. So to test it out, which will be quite great to see. I mean, 29, it's like 28 or 29 Raptor engines underneath this thing that will be sending it up into the sky. I mean, it's going to be an amazing history to witness,
Cool.
especially when the booster has the Starship stacked on top and it's the super heavy. Oh man, when that thing flies for the first time, that's going to be history making an event right there. And folks, we will be covering it. So all of you overloaders out there, you stay tuned on that, because when that comes out, I'll be right here giving up the updates and showing the video footage of its first flight and hopefully landing. So, but now I did hear some interesting updates though, actually. Now, I don't know if this is going to be if this was a April Fool's joke or not, but we did get an update. There was a little leakage that came out. So, heavy spoilers on this here, folks. But it's about episode 5 on a cameo. And in here, they spoke with, let me see if I can find it here. Bobby, how about you talk to everyone while I look this up here?
Oh, all right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 This season. Yeah. This episode was fantastic. It was. Yeah. And I'm really looking forward to looking on everything coming up because. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Okay,
There's so much.
so this is coming from, according to Spellman. Now he's saying that this cameo character, it's a very, very grounded character, partnered with one of the big world shakers like Thor, um, or someone like that. So the possibility is so strong. So apparently in episode 5, we're going to get a new character, a cameo of someone who is kind of like Thor, that is very, very grounded of a character. So
Okay.
now, like, whenever we find this stuff out about Marvel, you always want to take it with a grain of salt. You can't
Well,
always
yeah. Yeah.
take what we hear about it, unfortunately. But this is what I've heard so far. Um, Now, this could be an April Fool's gag, but it was posted. Um, it was posted on the 29th. Okay, so that's, what was it, 2 days before April Fool's. So
Yeah.
um, it may be an April Fool's gag, but for right now, though, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt, and look forward to episode 5 and see if that spoiler was correct or not. But that's what I got off of Reddit. Um, so you know, I, I like going on there and checking things out about it, but again, you always have to take it with a grain of salt when it comes to Marvel. So
And for all those people out there who got tricked by what Bruce Campbell put on his Instagram and stuff about him being in Doctor Strange, that
mhm.
he was playing Doctor Strange, that was a joke. It wasn't real. It was a joke.
Hey, look at this shirt here. I got this here is the F1 engine that was used for the Apollo missions.
Nice.
So it was, yeah, this was on the Saturn V rockets.
Nice.
So yeah, I love this shirt. And I have a few other ones too. But anyway, though, everyone, we'd like to thank you. Unless, if Bobby, do you have any other updates for us?
No, actually, no, I don't. I will have some next couple days or so. I'm just waiting for some things to go and make sure it pans out the way I want it. But yeah, The only big
Alright,
news I had was about the Chucky series, which if you're a Chucky fan and you love that little doll, well, I'm looking forward to it.
there
So
you go. There you go. Yeah, like I said, horror is not really my cup of tea, but I know there's a lot of horror fans out there. So you know what? When this series comes out, enjoy it. Bobby will be here with me to talk about it because he's into the horror, so he'll get all the updates for you guys on his channel and on my channel. So stay tuned to both of our channels. Um, but Bobby, how about you say goodbye for the evening or for the day?
all right, I'm Bobby from Snoopers Corner. Please check out the channel. Please subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification bell. Just help us out. We're still early in this, but we want you to enjoy the ride with us. We don't. We want you to have fun with us. So
Yeah.
come check us out. Hit us up on our messages, and yeah.
And so again, everyone, thank you for joining us. I am Jonathan, and this has been another Reality Overload. Thank you, all of you overloaders out there and YouTubers for joining us today. Again, please hit the like button if you like this episode, and hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit the bell icon to stay updated with all my new posts that I have out and that will be coming on out. And of course, please follow me on Twitter. All the descriptions will be down linked to this video. And my Patreon page should be out hopefully within the next week or two. And we also have Instagram and yeah, so thank you all for joining us again. And until next time, I will see you all in reality. Thank you all and have a great day.